Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Drag Chat. Hi, Rosemary.
Hi Z,
How you doing today?
I'm doing just great. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous and fantastic. I'm in Chicago. We just got another half a foot of snow yesterday.
Oh no, don't tell me that because that means it's coming my way. I'm in New York.
Welcome, spring.
I know, right?
Well, it may be cold outside, but it was hot here with RuPaul's Drag Race and their new episode, Spoof. There it is. Spoof. There it is. Well, this was an interesting one. I loved this. Well, before we move into the main challenge this week, you want to do a little talking about the workroom chit chat?
Oh yes, there was a couple of things that happened in the workroom that I thought were really funny. One
Which
of the
was?
things, one of the things was the comment, "Pop the corns and feed the children."
Oh, gosh.
I thought that was hysterical. Poor Miss Fame. I thought she was gonna gag.
Well, if you visualize it, yeah, it is gag worthy.
That was a good one.
Ugh. I don't know if I want to find a visual for that one.
And I
Yep.
love Pearl's comment about when they were saying that she appeared lazy, and she said, "I thought I had bedroom eyes." They were too
Yeah.
cute.
Pearl, I hashtag dead queen walking. I mean, come on, girl, wake up. Like Ruth
I know,
said, wake
really.
up. But
It's
seriously,
episode
no,
4 now. You'd think she'd be awake by now.
yeah. Well, if this hashtag dead queen walking thing was like a joke, when she first entered that workroom on day one, and she walked in and put her hand on her hip and went, "Sup," that
Yeah.
made it funny. If she kept that kind of humor going about it, it would be funny. But there's no humor behind it except for that first time. So I think that girl needs a double shot of espresso.
Something.
Something. Wake up, girl. Now, one of the things that happened, the workroom chit chat, was when Kenny Davenport was talking about Sahara Davenport. Do you remember Sahara Davenport? She's the
Yes, I
one.
do.
She's the one who passed away, a couple years ago. She was Manila Luzon's longtime partner.
Hmm.
A lot of what Kennedy said kind of glazed over on me because I was just thinking of my own memories of Sahara. So, you know, that was more of a sad talk than a fun talk there.
Yeah, yeah. I guess
You
she
know,
really had a close relationship with her. You know, she kept referring to her as her sister,
yeah.
and that's exactly what happens in this community. Everybody's a sister or a mother. You know, but she
Mm-hmm.
really felt it. And the part that really struck me as sad, apart from the fact that Sahara, is passed on, is that Kennedy couldn't go to visit her. You know, to see her off, because she said she couldn't
Oh,
afford to. That was sad.
yeah. That was sad. But didn't she say that they've known each other since high school?
Yeah. She
Yeah,
had a high
that
school
was
picture, I
sad.
believe. Yeah, that was. It
Yeah.
was very touching.
Yeah, it was a sad day in the world of Rue and the world of Queens when Sahara passed away. I
Mhm.
remember that, and I remember how shook up Manila got about it. Of course, they were together for quite a while.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was a sad moment this week. Rest in
Mhm.
peace, Sahara Davenport. Hashtag Punny or Die,
Right.
where everybody had to do a parody of one of RuPaul's favorite musical artists, herself.
That's right. I love that when she said that. Me.
like, like really, Ru? Come on. But it was funny. And that I thought it was strange that they didn't have a mini challenge to decide who would be team leaders. She just said, split yourselves up.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
like that.
uh, it was it was fun, but it was really neat to see who was going to flock to who.
Yep.
And I kind of like the way that the teams ended up. Again, Violet was upset because she was chosen last again.
But we said it from the very beginning. I said it from the very beginning that I thought she was going to be the one that was going to be the little bitch in the group, and she's turning out to be just that. And I
I
think
think,
everybody's noticing it.
yeah, I think we both said it in our Meet the Queens video in the
Yep.
first one.
Yep.
But oh well. So the teams were that I had Team 1, Ginger, Kennedy Davenport, Mrs. Kasha Davis, and Kandy Ho.
Hmm.
Team 2 were Miss Fame, Pearl, Trixie Mattel, and Katya. And then Team 3, Violet, Max, and Jaidynn.
Right.
The Team 1, Ginger, Kennedy, Kasha Davis, and Kandy Ho did a parody of Let the Music Play, I Got Paid. Team 2, Miss Fame, Pearl, Trixie, Katya, did Dance With You, which they turned into Tan With You. And then
Okay.
Violet, Max, and Jaidynn did Sissy That Walk, which they turned into Get Ready to Clock.
Right.
Which of the
Right.
three did you like?
The one that I liked the most was Sissy That Walk.
Sissy That Walk, Get Ready to Clock?
Yeah, that's the one that I enjoyed. I enjoyed that one the most because um, the three characters that they were trying to portray, I thought that they portrayed well. Except Max. I thought Max kind of, froze a little bit in trying to do Courtney Act. I thought
Right.
she kind of got a little. I think she overthought it. She did okay, but I think she overthought it. But I was really surprised with Jayden's portrayal of Bianca Del Rio.
Yeah, theirs was, they were imitating other queens.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the one that Mrs. Kasha Davis, Kennedy Davenport, Ginger, and Kandy Ho did was produced the best, visually because they had all the
Mm-hmm.
props and, the prompters at the bottom that made it look like QVC, even though it was RuVC
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this.
yeah,
It
yeah,
looked like it. But
yeah.
I have to say, I thought the Tan With You one, to me, was the funniest. And for me, a parody, is funny.
Yeah,
Like Weird
yeah.
Al Yankovic, it's funny. I thought their video was funny. I'm not saying the song was the funniest,
Uh-huh.
but the video itself, it just made me laugh because they were just complete idiots.
I don't think they meant to be though.
I know, but they came across as complete idiots,
They
and it really
did.
worked for me. Especially
They did.
Katya. I mean, her with
Yeah.
that cigarette in her mouth was just cracking me up.
Was she orange enough?
What was she saying about sizzling her meat? I was like,
Oh
"Whoa,
my
girl!"
God.
But I thought theirs was the funniest. I thought, Team Ginger and Kennedy Davenport's, theirs was the best produced visually. And I'll give, Jaidynn, I think she, did stand out in that video as Bianca. I mean, go
She did.
girl, a black woman going for the clown, the queen clown of RuPaul.
Yeah.
Give it.
I thought she was really good, but I do have to say I enjoyed and I was surprised at Kennedy Davenport's singing ability. I thought she came out
I,
really well in her singing.
I did too. And the other thing I was surprised about was Max didn't sound that good because Max has a music video out and he's got a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
But on that show it did not come out well at all. I was
Yeah.
surprised.
I think it was just the fact that he was trying. He overthought it. He overthought
Right.
it too much. He was trying to be Courtney Act. Although Courtney Act, when she did it, she was like really quirky and really out there, very exaggerated. And Max was a
Uh-huh.
little bit more downplayed. So I think in retrospect, if she would think about it, she would probably have played it differently. But unfortunately, you only get one try.
Yeah. Speaking of people singing, Miss Fame thought she was the best singer in her group with that voice. I was like, what, girl? Come on now. She's starting to get on my nerves.
Yes. Yes.
Her ego.
You know, I think she's beautiful when she's all made up, but when she's not made up and, you know, she's him, he's a character, you know, he's really snobbish, got his nose up in the air, but when he's all made up, you know, when he's Miss Fame, it's a totally different person. I like Miss Fame. With the makeup. I like Miss Fame with the makeup.
Yeah, but he's starting to get on my nerves. Anyways, well, let's move along here. Now, let's move to the runway. And as we all know, and for those of you who are just joining in for the first time, like I said before, shame on you. You need to be watching every week here. Next up, we head to the runway, and as always, who hits the runway first but Miss RuPaul herself. And Rosemary and I really like to talk about what Ru wore. Rosemary, what'd you think of Ru's look this week?
You know, this week I didn't like the gown. I didn't like the multicolor. I mean, she's beautiful. Her face, you know, is flawless, but I just didn't care for that look. It did nothing for her.
Well, all I can say about this look, this gown was #butt fucking ugly.
Okay, so we agree.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we agree, but yeah, butt fucking ugly. I just thought it was hideous. Her makeup and hair were flawless, but the gown itself was just #butt fucking ugly.
But I tell you who was I tell you who was beautiful though, Michelle Visage. She looked beautiful, absolutely beautiful this week.
Yeah, she outdid Ru this week.
Yeah.
she better watch that. She's gonna get #fired.
That's right. You don't upstage Miss Ru.
Yeah, and even when Ru sat, you know, in her chair at the desk with the panel, she blended in with the background. It's just that just did not work for me at all. Sorry, Ru, I love you to death, but every now and then, you know, you gotta miss it, and this time you missed it. You struck out, dear. Sorry. I hate to say it again, but #butt fucking ugly. Next up, the main runway theme. All green.
It's not that easy being green.
What did RuPaul say? Sorry about it, Michelle. You know she did that just to fuck with her. I loved it so much. And here we just said last week, these queens should know not to bring anything green because Michelle hates the color so much.
That's right.
Oh, funny, funny, funny. What did you think of the theme and, you know, some of the outfits?
Well, I like the theme because I happen to like the color green. I enjoyed most of them. Some of them I didn't get. Like I didn't get Trixie's outfit, you know, the Asian theme. Right. It didn't flatter her at all. I mean, and I love the Asian theme, but that particular dress did not flatter her at all. I like Max's outfit because she stayed true to character. You know, it was a little bit weird, you know, but she stayed true to who she is, you know, the art person that she is.
You know what pissed me off, though, is when Michelle said to her, I'm challenging you to use a different colored wig other than the gray. That pissed me off because, you know, Max, even though the wig has been the same color, each wig, every time you see her, is completely different length, different style, different everything. That kind of pissed me off. It was kind of like saying, stop being you.
Exactly. You know? That's who she is.
Yeah. I liked Max's too, but I wish that all the green, like the green feather, the green on her hips, matched the green pasties that she had. They were, you know, 3 different shades of green. I wish they would have all matched. Mm-hmm. Other than that, you know, I love the quirkiness of it. Mm-hmm. What else did you like or didn't like?
Well, I was also pleasantly surprised by Jaidynn Dior Fierce. I thought she wore an outfit. I mean, it was short, but it looked good. It was a little bit more appropriate, you know, to her body size. She looked actually sensual. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, but for the waist up, it was the same fucking thing she's worn every week.
I know, but she's trying.
It just ended in a mini skirt instead of a leotard bottom, but it was the same fucking thing. Ugh. Anyways. Yeah, there were a couple, none of them really, other than my drag cat for the week, were just phenomenal. Ginger, she was cute. There was nothing, spectacular. I thought Mrs. Kasha Davis' money dress, at least she took it to a different, she put some humor into it.
Yeah.
But anyways,
But you know what I like? You know what I liked about Mrs. Kasha Davis? That she's not a statuesque blonde model. She represents what like 90% of the females look like. I mean,
Right.
I like her shape. I like her body type. And I like the fact that she is just your typical, middle of the road woman with a fantastic sense of humor. So I liked her. She got some points from me this time.
Dun dun dun! Pearl and Trixie. What do you think about that one?
I agree with Trixie. I don't agree with Pearl being the bottom two. I
For
think
her look or for the overall?
For the overall,
Okay.
I would have given it to Trixie and Kandy Ho, not Pearl.
Okay.
Because I thought
agree.
Kandy Ho was kind of like, under the radar. She wasn't really doing anything spectacular, although her face looked nice this time. There was no beard and stuff like that. But I still think that she could do more. She's in the fourth episode. She could be doing a lot more. So I wouldn't have put Pearl down there. I would have put Trixie because of her acting and the runway look. Those two reasons.
Actually, I agree with Kandy Ho being in the bottom. She's flying so far under the radar right now, it's just not fair.
Mm-hmm.
She's floating through this right now.
Yeah.
Trixie, the only thing I didn't like about Trixie really was her outfit. There just wasn't enough green in it for me. I mean, I loved the fortune cookie headdress. That just cracked me up. But as we know, Miss Trixie went home. Yes or no?
No. I would have, even though I'm a Pearl fan, I would have sent Pearl home because Trixie really tries, and that lip syncing, she was phenomenal. She was out there, she was giving you a show. And
Yep.
Pearl was like, hey, I'm here, watch me. Although she did lip sync very well, it took a while for the lip syncing to actually pick up, for her to wake up. But Trixie was on from, the second that she opened her mouth, she was on. So I would have sent Pearl home.
I know. When Pearl was giving you face lip sync, Trixie was giving you everything lip sync. When it first started, now I watched this with my personal assistant, the Bob, and we were watching it, and as soon as Trixie started, we're like, she's got it. Damn, she's got it. She's living this song. And then they sent her home. Both of us just screamed out, no! Fuck you, Rue!
Trixie Mattel, sachet away.
You've made the wrong decision! You've made the wrong decision!
Now, the winner was Kennedy Davenport. Agree or disagree?
No, I don't agree that she should have been the winner. I don't agree
What do you
because
think?
I didn't like her gown at all. I didn't like her gown at all. I liked her singing, but that's it. She wasn't, 100%. For you to win, you have to be 100%. I think, well, then I'll be giving away my cat if I told you.
All right.
But I'm going to tell you what. Let's go to cat and rat.
All right, Rosemary, who is your drag cat? The one who was just perfect for you this week.
The one who was perfect for me this week was Ginger. I thought her runway look was great. I liked the way, but I always like her runway look. But I love the way she acted. I love her singing. I loved her acting. I love the way she was with her group. She's just an all-around wonderful person. So I think she should have gotten it hands down, the win. And that's why she's my cat.
Well, my drag cat, the one I thought was perfect, was Katya. Like I said, I thought she was the funniest in the parody videos. And parody, you're supposed to make me laugh, and she made me laugh. And as far as her dress, I don't know if you caught the joke, but I caught it. She came out in that simple, long, deep green, emerald green sequin dress. Her makeup was flawless. But then she had the slit, and she pounded that leg out. Just like Angelina Jolie
Angelina
at the
Jolie.
Oscars.
That's right.
There was the joke, and I loved it. She thrilled me. So, drag cat, honey, you win for that one. She not only gave me beauty, but she gave me a good fucking joke, too. So I loved it. All right, drag rat. Who needs to go wash their face and sit out in the back alley by the dumpsters?
Well, I wouldn't send her to the dumpsters because I do like her, but I think this week she kind of lost the mark, and that's Trixie. So I would make Trixie the rat only because I didn't care for her runway look, and I didn't understand the acting. I didn't see the humor in it, especially the whole part when they were rehearsing and she kept walking away. Like I think she missed the mark this week. So my rat would be Trixie for this week.
I'm crying because Trixie went home.
I know.
But she's not my drag rat. My drag rat was Violet Chachki.
Really?
Yes. That outfit that she wore on the runway, I love all forms of drag, but there's one that I just do not like, and that is she wore feathers around her neck down to her cooch, and that was it. Everything else is just naked. Boy ass, boy body, same as Courtney Axe, same as Jocelyn Fox, same as Carmen Carrera. Yes, you have beautiful asses, but they're boy asses. They're not woman. I don't find it appealing at all. I mean, even Chanel, who is a good friend, someone that I've worked with, from season 1, she did it, and that was my least favorite look of hers of all time. And Chanel is gorgeous. Her outfits are beautiful. Violet, she pulled out that. There was nothing there. I was just sitting there watching a boy with makeup and some feathers around his neck and the cooch, and that was it. So, drag rat. We pick our top 3 based on this week and the previous weeks, and the top 3 are the ones that we think might actually make it to the top 3 and go for the crown. Rosemary, who have you selected this week?
For this week, I say my number 1 pick would be Ginger. I think she's going to go a long way. My number 2 would be Violet, because I think even though she wore that little skimpy outfit, she showed that she does have some acting ability, and she's got a phenomenal body. And my and my other
go on.
And my other one, I'm gonna stick with Max. I know that she was off, a little bit this week, but I still think she's being true to her character. She hasn't, strayed away from that. So I think she's still in the running.
Okay. Well, my top 3, Ginger is still in my top 3. I think she's got the goods to make it. And I think if a big girl is going to win, it's going to be her. Mm-hmm. Even though she's a big little girl. she's an oxymoron all in herself, I swear. But I'm thinking the long run here. And in the long run, my other 2, I'm saying again, Katya. I really think Katya is going to go for this. She's really fucking serious about this. Mm-hmm. She takes, the good serious, and she takes the bad serious, and she, works with it. She goes with it. She's really, working this here. She's really thinking about it. So I think she might make it towards the end. And then Mrs. Kasha Davis. I think she's the dark horse here, the underdog who just might come up and snatch it from these girls.
I agree.
You never know.
I agree. I agree.
Know. One that I had in the top 3 at the beginning was Miss Fame, and I'm sorry, Miss Fame is so far from my top 3 right now. It isn't even fun. She is boring the living hell out of me. She's beautiful, but that's it.
Yeah.
It seems like beauty is only skin deep with her. There's nothing else there.
Yeah.
You know, performance-wise and everything else. So I got Katya, Ginger, and Mrs. Kasha Davis, and I think I'm going to hold on to these three for a while. Unless Ru makes me cry again and sends one of them home. I'm still crying over Trixie. Anyways. Well, everybody, I'd like to thank you. I know Rosemary would like to thank you for checking us out again this week. Be sure to come back next week for an all-new drag chat following RuPaul's Drag Race. Until next week, you do us all a favor. You have a great week, you have fun, and you get home safe. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, before we go, don't forget to subscribe. If you like what we said, let us know. If you don't like what we said, let us know. Do you agree with our drag cat? Do you agree with our drag rat? Do you agree with the bottom two? Do you agree with the winner? Who do you think is going to take the top three? Who do you think is going to take the crown? Let us know, motherfuckers! See you next week. Bye!
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at DragChat.
Follow us on Facebook.
Don't forget to subscribe by clicking below.